Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, I'll present to you a few examples on the topic of parabola. The first example said, find the vertex, focus, and equation of the directrix. And also, you need to sketch this graph. First step is you need to compare with the general equation. So you see your left hand side here is x squared. Your right hand side you have y. Therefore, we know that the general equation is x minus h squared equal to 4a y minus k. Okay, so we take 4a as a coefficient because 16 here we don't see any negative number. Then let's compare and find the vertex. So that is your h and that is your k. Alright, so let's solve for vertex. Vertex is 4 minus 2. Okay, next let's compare the coefficient here of 4a. Let's compare here. 4a is equal to 16. Therefore, your a is equal to 4. Then, after we know the value of vertex and a, let us straight away graph it. So, as usual, draw your axis first. X-axis and also y-axis. Then, let's put in our vertex. 4 minus 2. So, this is 4 minus 2. Your vertex, 4 minus 2. Okay. This is the graph of opening up. Okay, you can see it from the general equation. Therefore, let's straight away graph a graph of opening up. So open up to the left, open up also to this your right. Let's fill in our A. Our A should be 4. Therefore, your focus will be in front of your vertex. So climb up as much as 4. Therefore, your new y coordinate now is 2. So this is your focus. Your x coordinate doesn't move. It stays on this x coordinate. Therefore, your focus is 4, 2. Okay, so that's the way to do it because we already know what is the value of A. How about the value of our directrix line? It is backward. Okay, your directrix line is the back of your vertex. So let's draw a line right here. So the coordinate here have gone down as much as 4. Okay, so let's draw it. You go down 1, 2, 3, 4. So now the value of your y coordinate is -6. Therefore, let us conclude our directrix line. Your directrix line is the equation of y equal to -6. So we can conclude our answer. Now, we have found our vertex, okay, from earlier stage here. And then from graphing, we got our focus. And also we got our directrix line. Okay, so that's all for this example 1. So it shows that we don't need to memorize the formula of vertex and also focus. The important thing is we just extract out the important information from the equation. We can sketch the graph and we can find focus and also directrix later. Now let's focus on example 2. Find the equation of the parabola if the focus is at 3, 6 and the directrix line is at y equal to 8. And later on, sketch the graph. In this case, you need to write the information that we have right now. which is we have the focus of trace 6, and also we have the directrix line of y equal to 8. So in order to answer the question, we need to sketch the graph so that we can know what is happening inside the equation. So let's draw x-axis and also your y-axis. Then put in all the points that we have. We have focus at trace 6. So let's draw trace 6 here as your focus. And then you have directrix line at y equal to 8. So let's draw one line. This is your directrix, y equal to 8. So we know between the focus and also directrix line, we should have a vertex in the middle. So if this is 6 and this is 8, therefore the middle point should be equal to 7. Okay, and since this is your backbone like this, okay, a horizontal line, we know that the graph will be open down. Okay, so let's draw your graph right now. You should have your vertex here, 3, 7. So the graph is opening down. Okay, we know this graph is opening down. So let me explain again, because in front of vertex you have focus. At the back of vertex should be the backbone of directrix line. So now we have answered the question because now we have sketched the graph. But another question, they ask you to find the equation. So let's write now the general form of equation of graph opening down. Let's write here the general equation of parabola opening down is x minus h squared equal to minus 4a y minus k. So let's put in our h and our k, which we already know. H is equal to 3, y is equal to k. And let's fill in our a, where this a here is the distance between vertex and focus and vertex towards your directrix line, which is equal to 1. So let's fill in x minus 3 squared equal to minus 4. A is 1, y minus k, k is 7. Therefore, let's conclude our answer. Our answer is x minus 3 squared equal to minus 4, y minus 7. So that is the general formula of this parabola opening down. For example 3, the question asks us, find the equation of the parabola if the vertex is at minus 5 over 2 minus 5 and focus is at half minus 5. So let's extract the information. Vertex is at minus 2.5, negative 5, while our focus is at 0.5, negative 5. So in order to answer the question, first step is we need to graph it. All right, so let's graph the equation. Draw your y-axis and let's draw our x-axis. So let's fill in our vertex. Vertex is negative 2.5, negative 5. So that is your vertex, negative 2.5 and negative 5. Next, let's fill in our focus. Our focus is at 0.5, negative 5. So 0.5, negative 5. So here is your focus. Okay, so from here we need to identify where is the opening of the graph. Since the focus here is in front of your vertex, therefore we know that this graph is opening towards your right. So let's draw it. the graph is opening towards your right, because focus is always in front of your vertex. So since you have focus in front of vertex, for sure you will have a directrix line at the back here, because it acts as your backbone. So you have directrix line here with the line x equal to, so let's see what is our A. So the distance between your vertex and focus is equal to 3. Therefore, this distance here between your vertex and directrix line should be equal to 3 also. So negative 2.5 going to the back as much as 3 units. This is equal to negative 5.5. Then let us conclude our directrix line. This is x equal to negative 5.5. So after we're done with that, let us focus on the equation of parabola. So let's write the general equation of parabola opening to the right. So it is y minus k squared equal to 4a x minus h. Therefore, let's fill in our vertex here, hk. Just take from this value, and then let's fill in our a, which is equal to 3. So let's write the value, y minus 5 squared equal to 4 multiply with a, which is 3, x minus 2.5. So let's solve this one and this one here. Let's open up all of the bracket. Therefore, your answer is y plus 5 squared equal to 12 x plus 2.5. So that is the general equation of parabola of opening right. Let's see this last example here. Example 4, which is find the vertex, focus, and equation of the directrix. And then you also need to sketch the graph. Okay, so we know this is a parabola because only your x variable have squared, your y variable is linear. So we know that this graph is either opening up or opening down. So how to know which one is it? We need to complete the square for the square part here. Okay, so x squared plus 6x equal to, so bring 4y plus 3 to the other side. So let's complete the square for this x here and rewrite again for y plus 3. So let's do this. Complete the square for x squared, so square root the first. Then divide this term here, coefficient of x, by 2. So it is plus 3. So let's try to open back this squared here. Square the first is x squared. 2 times is plus 6x. And square the last is plus 9. Therefore, this is an extra term. So what we need to do now is we need to minus back the extra term. Okay, so let us conclude our completed square here. This is x plus 3 squared equal to, so bring everything towards your right hand side. So it is 4y and solve 3 plus 9 here. This is equal to plus 12. So our left hand side here is settled already because we have completed the square. However, the right hand side is not settled yet. So what you should do is, in front of this y here, the coefficient should be 1. So we need to factorize it. So let's try to factorize. Your equation become x plus 3 squared equal to, so factorize 4. So in the bracket, you are left with y plus 3. So now the equation is x plus 3 squared equal to 4y plus 3. Let's compare this with the general equation of parabola, which is x minus h squared equal to 4a y minus k. So why did I choose a positive 4a here? Because we don't have any negative sign. Now let us compare and take out our vertex. Therefore, your vertex should be equal to -3, -3, while you can find our a right here by comparing. 4a is equal to 4, therefore your a is equal to 1. So by all of this information here, we had already found our vertex and also our value of a. The next step is we need to sketch the graph in order to know the rest of the answer. Okay, so let's build your x-axis and also build our y-axis. Okay, let's fill in your vertex. Vertex is -3, -3. So we know from this equation here that our graph now is opening up. Okay, so from the vertex here, we can straight away draw a graph of opening up. Okay, so let's fill in our a right now. Our a is just equal to 1. So from vertex to focus is just equal to 1. So go up by 1 unit. So your y coordinate should be -2. Therefore, our focus is -3, -2. How about your directrix? Your directrix is the backbone. We must go down by 1 unit because our a is equal to 1. So we have found our directrix here. So let's draw the directrix line. Just draw a straight line here. So you can name your line directrix as the line of y equal to -4. Therefore, we can conclude our answer right now. We have a vertex, -3, -3. We can have our focus right here, -3, -2. And also directrix here is y equal to -4. We can get all of this coordinate here by graphing the graph. So that's all for the topic of parabola. Assalamu alaikum.